Boom, boom.
So yeah, bro, let's talk about what are your thoughts on religion versus spirituality? Which one do you lean more? Which one do you lean more towards?
Definitely lean more towards spirituality.
Yeah.
I grew up in a household that was Rastafarian and Christian, but my friends were either Jewish or Buddhist or Muslim.
Yeah.
So I had a big mixture of everywhere kind of thing, all these different influences, and I look for the things that are the same in, rather than the differences. So that's kind of taught me to just be out there.
Yeah.
And then to add on to that as well, like I spend a lot of time like outside running around with animals, these kind of things, and blah blah blah. So like my understanding of the world is a bit different, I guess. Like I'm very spiritual. Like I try and respect the spirits or the different aspects of nature that could be back in the day given a spiritual entity to explain it. Things like the water cycle and like the stars and things like that. Like, so I have respect for all these things. The ancient way it was done, the religious, anything religious basically. I've tried to take the best parts of it, put into one amalgamation of one thing, and then make it something that works.
Bro, I think, bro, you're definitely, bro. Obviously, I knew about. If somebody's proper, when people watch this, hearing exactly how you explain that, you're definitely spiritual, bro. You see the way you explained that, like the way you touched on certain things, like connecting. Because what I kept on getting from there is like you fit energy-wise, being connected to the other.
Yeah,
to the
legit.
Yeah. If you was obviously we know you're not married. Again, another fun question. We know you're not married. You get me? But hypothetically speaking, if you was married and you had to choose one, again, fun question, and you have to choose one, which one would you do? Like on a day, like every day, if you had to choose one to do in your household every day, which one would you do? Either clean every day or cook every day. Which one would you choose and why?
Right. So, on the one hand, I love cleaning because cleaning is therapeutic to me. I love banging on like bare albums and just making everything spick and span. Like I love organization and I love just cleanliness. Cleanliness is next to godliness. But I also really, really love to cook because of my late aunt. Me and her, she's from Sri Lanka, right?
Yeah.
Me and her used to spend a lot of time together, and we used to just try so many different recipes and flavors. Like that was our thing, trying flavors from around the world, all these, as many as you can.
Yeah.
So for me, cooking is really important. Like not only is it like they say that saying that a way to someone's heart is through their stomach, which I believe is definitely true because a good meal can like fix a lot of things. But like not only that, energy goes into cooking as well. So it's important. Like I try and cook every day. And I only cook when I'm in a good mood. So therefore, I try to make sure that I'm happy every day.
Every day by cooking.
Yeah. No. Before I cook. Before I cook. So I try and sort out. That's kind of like therapeutic to me. I try and sort out my whatever was going on in that day. I've wound it up by the time I'm gonna cook.
That's very interesting, and I feel like certain people should actually try that. Because sometimes, because I've heard me growing up. One thing that actually now I just remembered as well. One thing I remembered. I think it was my mum or someone to try. When you're young and certain people try to tell you something about food, about energies. She said something along the lines, I'm going to show you, I'm not chatting shit. She said something, have you heard of this before? When a person says, you shouldn't cook food when you're angry.
Yes.
Because when you cook food, exactly, I literally heard that. So the older I got, consciously, I started, I didn't believe about consciously, again, must have been my soul as a spiritual person. Consciously, I just started, like when I go into the kitchen and stuff, just cook when you're in a good mood. I enjoy cooking, even just in general. There's like, just
because everyone has at some point cooked in a bad mood.
Yeah.
And even though you're following the same steps, like it has come out differently.
Yeah.
And whether that's down to
burning the food or some shit.
I was going to say that, yes, thank you. Making a small mistake, burning yourself, burning the food, getting water on the floor and splashing, smashing something down. The noises, all of these things have different influences and different
you're right, bro. Because even clocking now, like you see when you're in a good mood, when you're cooking, it's like everything's vibrant, things there, music is playing, you're like, bro, things are flawless, you're in your vibe, you're in your zone. Yeah, it's actually true,
I swear, but when I'm in a bad mood, if I'm in bad moods, then I will order food. I'd rather someone else who has put that energy in to something that's, well, I guess like, let's say I order Chinese or something like that.
Yeah.
They're pumping out 100 a day, but at least it's on a level.
On a level, bro.
Honestly. It's on a generic level rather than my bad vibe energy in there that I allow that in it.
Yeah.
So,
going back to
so cooking is what I would
so cooking, cooking. Yeah, man. Chef Jumayn.
Come on. No, legit. Like I love cooking, bro. I can name foods that right now.
Yeah.
I've got abalone in my fridge. Yeah. Now abalone is a like type of kind of like a shellfish, kind of like a clam, but it's like the king of clams. Basically, like foie gras is something I really love.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say a little bit about it, which I work in some kitchen, with some charity that I work with, and I'm gonna start doing some shit. I'm gonna put on camera. I don't really care because it's going to happen anyways for me. I've got this thing, even though I like cooking as well, I've got this thing I'm gonna start doing for my channel. It's called Teach Me How to Chef.
Oh, bring me, bro.
We talk about it. It's going to be again something like this where it's like it stems from a good conversation. You're like, what you, bro?
I love cooking.
Show me how to do this. Show me how to cook that. Put it on camera. We just catch a vibe. Yeah. My God, it's literally called Teach Me How to Chef.
Nice.
Yeah, bro.
Done.
So cool. Let's go back to acting as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had to choose one for the rest of your acting career, if you had to choose one, which one would you choose and why? Yeah. Either acting, doing comedy movies for the rest of your career, or action movies for the rest of your career. Which one would you choose? If you had to choose one.
Son of a bitch.
That's why I know you. That's why I'm like, I knew Joe would be like, oh, fuck. Yeah, comedy or action for the rest of it.
Okay. I want to manipulate the question and go, I'm a mixed martial artist and I would always choose martial arts, but I'm sure that if, like, for example, I got to do something with Jackie Chan, that has comedy elements in it. So I can beat the question by going,
fuck off, man.
I'm choosing martial arts. Yeah, I'm choosing martial arts, but I'm choosing Jackie Chan's stuff.
No, bro.
Yeah. No, but on the level, I'll probably choose martial arts just because it just resonates more with who I actually am. Like, obviously everyone.
So in a nutshell, action.
Action, it has to be.
Yeah, in a nutshell, action,
It has to be.
I'm with you. Do you remember your first ever audition? How that went, and if you can tell us a little bit about that. I wanna be right now. I wanna show empath, innit? I wanna be like, if I can just go back to that experience with you and
I'll take you with me.
Yeah. How did that go? Your first ever acting audition.
My first ever acting audition.
And first of all, what was it for? If you don't mind me asking.
Right, it was for a play.
For a play. Okay, cool. How was that like? Yeah.
And so I know already that plays are a bit daunting in that a play can have a long run time, a couple of months sometimes, yeah?
Yeah.
And you have to put out the same level of acting for each performance, right?
Yeah.
In fact, you should actually be getting better because you're getting more used to it, yeah? So I was kind of like psyching myself up for that side of it because if you make a mistake, why I have a lot of respect for theatre is if you make a mistake in theatre, you have to keep going. There ain't no cut or nothing.
Yeah, they're not like,
so, yeah, exactly. Yeah. You just have to keep going. You have to just make do, yeah?
Like improvise. So, is that why quickly,
exactly,
is that why you think like certain actors actually really adapt or learn a good improvisation through that, yeah?
But no, in fact, I'll go, so you are right, but I reverse the order, right?
Yeah.
So we're taught improvisation for these moments. Make sense?
I'm with you, bingo.
So, there, I'm kind of psyching myself up for that. And at the time, this is an audition that I've got by myself now. So I haven't got like no teachers behind me. I've got nothing behind me. Like I don't have an agent at this point. Yeah. Nothing. It's just me. And so even like, this is like I'm going to like, I think it was like Southwest London. Yeah, Southwest London somewhere. Yeah. And like going into a different area, all them kind of things, like getting over that. But I kind of, after I psyched myself up about that, I was just like, you know what, I don't really care. Like I want to get my career started. I'm there going, right, just make sure you remember the lines.
Word.
Make sure that you don't flop. Make sure you don't say something stupid. Make sure, you know what I mean? Like, don't ruin your own chances.
Yeah, word.
And what was funny was I got in there and I was really flustered. Like I got in there, I think I was about 5 minutes late and all this stuff. Like, and I'm thinking to myself, damn, like I'm losing points basically for this. And then when I have got into the room now, there's like ton of people, there's like 20 people, something like that, like this is the director, this is the producer, this is the producer, like oh shit. Like,
and when you walk in, when you walk in right there, because I'm proper again, I'm trying to be like go there with you again. I try to experience it just through exactly how we're explaining it. Is that from there? Is that where slowly start kicking in? Like, oh shit, this is getting real.
Right, exactly that. Right. So the second that they've opened the door and been like, they called my name and I've gone through. Like, on the threshold of the door before I've gone into the room. Yeah. I'm just like, I was worried. Yeah. Like about all kinds of shit. I'm late. I'm thinking about my lines. All of these kind of things.
All of these things are going through your head.
As I've walked through the door, literally the second I've walked over the line of the door. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
It's just you can only describe it as a feeling, but I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Something just calmed me. They introduced me to all these people, and I'm going, yeah. I'm like trying to remember the names, and then even that turned off. I'm like, I'm going to try and remember your names. Like it's not important. It's not relevant right now.
Right now.
That going from worrying to how calm I was, and how calm I performed, it almost felt like an out of body experience, except that I was so there in the moment at the time. When I left the building, the funniest thing went through my mind. I was literally like, I don't even care if I get the role or not. Today I actually did the best I could do at something. I actually tried.
And you left there. Did you leave? You see, like, again, like how, because me growing up playing football, I used to hear the same kind of thing before we used to play any game. Our football managers used to always say, look, the best you can do once you go on that pitch, as long as you know you've left everything on that fucking pitch, win or lose, that's all. And even we won one final and we lost another one, but both of them, the ones that we won, both of them, we came out feeling like we winners because we gave everything. You get me?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
yeah,
and it's exactly
I can relate to that as well.
I put everything out there. Like I gave it all my all, right?
Did it seem like the audition went quick? Because you know sometimes in certain things when you, like, certain things can go quick when you're bet.
Yes, but no. Actually, for me, time slowed down.
Time slowed down.
It was long.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like because there was a point in that audition. Actually, I should have mentioned. There's a point in that audition where like I've done what I'm doing. I'm doing like a monologue or something like that, like a big page of just my character talking.
Yeah.
And then I've stopped. Like it's come to the end of it, and I've kind of come out of the scene and whatnot. I've looked at the people watching it, right, and they all just silent, just staring at me, and I'm going, well, react. You know what I mean? Like, what? You know what I mean?
You just,
and then
you just blow their mind.
Like
Word.
But at the time, you don't know that, right? So I'm going like, did I mess up? Like, what did I do? What did I do? But then I'm like, literally, imagine this is happening in like a split second, right? So I'm going, did I mess up? Did I mess up? Then I was like, no, don't even worry about it. They'll explain, but like bigger than that, just don't worry about it. You did your best, right? And they were literally like, oh no, we loved it. That was dope. Blah 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 blah. They said, well, that's part of auditions. Like obviously, they're just like, oh cool. Like if you want me to call you, blah blah blah. Turns out I got it.
That's actually madness, you know.
So
even another quick one.
It helped me, but go on.
Yeah, even another quick one. So no, sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say it helped me with my confidence and stuff like that because it was something that I had accepted that I might not get, and just that acceptance alone let me continue with my whatever I was doing, my day, my week, or whatnot.
Basically, gave you more faith that my team is cool. I'm good.
I'm
just need to
alright.
keep on.
I tried, so I just keep trying, and then but it just so happens it turns out that I actually got that one. So I was like, alright, cool.
That's actually mad. And even like you see like how when you go for a normal interview for a normal 9 to 5, you've heard this before where it's like, you know, or that person knows if you're the person for the job as soon as you come in or when you leave. Right. That analogy. So let me reverse that. Let me flip it. Have you ever felt, or even like obviously because you've been on a lot of auditions, you've done this thing, Is it the same kind of thing for you? Like, have you been like at certain auditions and you've been there and you're like you've left thinking I bagged this, or you've left saying, no matter what, I feel like I fucked up. Do you get it?
Yeah, definitely. 100%. And it's either your own personal performance, your own personal connection, or how you feel for the project or something like that might be projected. Yeah. It might even be, I don't know. I don't really want to say the energy in the room because that's misleading. It's very difficult to describe, but it's kind of like, you kind of know. For I would say for the majority of it, about 80% of it, you have no idea. But for 10% on either side, then you just know. Like there are certain ones I've walked in, like I've just fluffed it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and there's certain ones I walked in and I've just blown them away. Yeah. But on the flip side of that, and this is what's interesting, some of the ones I fluffed, they've been like, we want to get you back. Some of the ones I've blown them away, they're like, sorry, but you're not the right guy for the job. Yeah. So it's just interesting. Like,
I was gonna say exactly that, because even I hear other actors' stories, people that might say, I left that thinking I didn't get and I'm going to call back, vice versa. So sometimes, you
because
just never know.
I'll be honest, I don't always see what they see in everything. Yeah. Because I'm not the director. That's not my vision. It's like, so I have very quickly accepted that it's not down to my skill set why I might not get a job. It might be down to something else. Wow. And that's okay because it might not tell the story that needs to be told. It's that simple. So
sometimes it's literally that simple.
It's that simple sometimes.
And earlier we touched on this as well, How do you have a specific routine that you go through to to basically memorize your lines? Like what's that one specific thing that you do to help you remember your lines?
Trade secrets I'm giving away here. So
don't give away too many of your secrets, though. Just like
no. Because that's right. I'll just give the main crux of.
And the main reason why I asked this question is just for obviously like.
No, I was playing
for any up and coming art, for any up and coming, you know, like
no, definitely. I'm messing with you. Basically, one of the key elements.
Yeah.
First of all, I did ask a lot of actors who are senior to me how they learn their lines, and I came to the conclusion that everyone is different.
Yeah.
So my version though of how I learn mine is I use action and repetition. When I have an action attached to a line. Yeah. So for example, I don't know about other actors, but they might sit down and read and whatever they're doing, right? Yeah. I tend to move around while I'm reading. Okay. Yeah. Reason being is because when I'm filming it, I'm not going to be sitting, or that might not be the scene. Basically, I'll actually do the scene.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Okay. Cool.
Do you get me? So if they're driving or something like that, I'll sit down. Yeah. Like, if they say if it's a walking, I'll walk.
You'll be walking while.
So that's not going to throw me on the day. Yeah. I'm not going, I've been sitting here reading it the whole time. Now all of a sudden I'm in a moving helicopter and there's noise and it's distracting me. Yeah. No, I'm okay with it. Okay. Yeah. That's one step. And then the other step is adding the movement to it. So for example, I know that at some point I want to do that. Yeah. I'm going to wipe my nose like that or something like that. Right. And I know at this point is where your line, or basically where one of my lines is supposed to come in. Yeah. So I'll know straight away that basically we've gone halfway through the scene. We've done it 5 times. We're going through it again, and we haven't got to this stage yet. Yeah. And I know it's not done yet. You know what I mean? Like I know where it's supposed to go. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. So I turn it into a puzzle in my head, one that I can decipher, and then I put the pieces together as I see fit.
Yeah, I'm not again another something you attain. But obviously that's your techniques. That's what you do to help you.
It might be unique to me. I don't know. It might be unique to some other people.
Yeah, that's what I was even gonna say. Because surely, obviously, human beings are incredible, innit? Everybody has got obviously their own ways of remembering things.
There must be other people who think like I do. Like,
you get what I'm saying? And now some quick, like, because I used to do, I don't know, on my other channel, I used to do this, and I had quite a few people just sending me videos, innit? Because I really got to a point where I literally started realizing even more that everybody's perception, everybody's take on success is different, innit? So with this one, now some quick, like, what are your 3 tips to personal success? If a youngster would just hear and you could give them like 3 of some of your best tips or your most popular tips to personal success, what are your 3 tips to personal success?
There are no shortcuts. Number 1, there are no shortcuts, so you actually have to try your hardest. Trying your hardest will let you know who you are, and not only that, it will let you know what your limitations are and what you're really about. So always try your hardest. Don't fake it. 2, have respect for the journey and enjoy it. Yeah, not everything's gonna happen overnight. Not everything's gonna happen your way. Not everything's gonna happen like how you planned it. Yeah, but if you have the plan and the blueprint and you know what you want, then you're okay. But have respect for the journey, and what I mean by respect it is don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard on the people around you. Whatever that applies to, that's different for other people. Yeah. And also, but do you know this? And actually, no, I'll make this number 3 actually. But I'll go into that one in a second. So yeah,
it's cool, bro.
People around you, and just enjoy the journey is exactly as I said. Just don't beat yourself up. Just enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah.
And number 3, I think, would be don't expect things. Yeah, we have expectations. Yeah. Stop expecting things. Stop expecting people to understand, expecting people to care, expecting people to give you handouts, expecting them to see what you're going through and like back it or like jump on your to help and something like that. Yeah. Like
nobody owes, basically in a nutshell, nobody owes you shit.
No one owes you nothing. So
that's true.
Expect nothing.
I had to learn that myself. Right, that last one, literally, because even you saying it's like my ears are ringing as well.
And even still, I'm learning that lesson in certain aspects of my own personal life or my own work life and stuff like that.
Exactly. Even like you said, like even with personal life, with family, friends, and stuff like that. Yeah, like, the older you get, you actually realize as well. Yeah, sometimes it gets to a point where it's like, bro, life or nobody really owes you shit. That's where it's like. You have to find a way to stand on your own 2 feet first and foremost and be like, this is, like you said earlier, this is my life. I'm going to be the driver.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Yeah, and exactly, yeah. That was actually mad, bro. And
you know what? I'd even add one.
yeah, go on, bro.
One more.
One more. Fuck it, let's give them 4. Because we feel good like that. Because Jay's like that.
Word it in a particular way. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Ask me the question again.
Bro, take your time.
Word it in a particular way.
If you can give me 4 tips, like what is your 4 tips to personal success? So for you personally, what are your 4 tips that will lead you to success? Yeah. Personally for yourself.
Also to try your hardest. Enjoy the journey.
Remember, you've already gave me 3, so the 4th one was just going to be a bonus.
Yeah, but this bonus was a good bonus.
Yeah?
Oh, damn. It completely slipped my mind for some reason.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's alright, though.
Maybe if you remember, eh?
Yeah, I'll bring it back.
You're going to say. Bro, like...
Sorry.
No, it's cool. You're good, bro. You know, like actors, bro, yeah? One thing, like we all talk this one, we're talking about rejection, bro, yeah? And like, I'm sure...
Funny enough, that was part of what I was going to say.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's how mad that is. Do you remember it now?
Oh, kind of like so. Okay, this is
maybe. Let me say the question. It might be. Yeah, swear. So basically, obviously, I understand. Like as actors, yeah, when you go for auditions, all of these roles. Let's face it. Sometimes you get a lot of rejections. Saying no. Until then, like for you personally, like obviously, I was gonna say how do you do rejection, but fuck that. Yeah. Most importantly, like, have you ever got rejected for a specific role that you really wanted and how did you take that rejection?
Oh, of course. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Talk to us, bro. You get what I'm trying to say?
You had to go through that. And yeah, of course.
A specific role and you went there and you really wanted it and you... Talk to us.
I've gone through... Yeah. I've had certain auditions where I thought that they handpicked me for it. Do you know what I mean? Or like, I am so like that or whatever. Like, that would be perfect for me or whatnot. Yeah. But again, because I understand that it's not my story I'm telling, that they might not think I'm right for the job. So yeah, no, like, I was like, not pissed, but I was just like, oh man, like I was kind of crestfallen a bit. Yeah. But I was like, oh man, it would have been dope, blah 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 blah. Turns out that like I don't know, another opportunity presented itself, and that opportunity was just as good, just in a different way, and things like that. So sometimes it can even that. But oh yeah, man, I've had times when like I've really wanted the job
more than once.
And, like, oh yeah, definitely more than once. Yeah. But like at the end of the day, like you. As an actor as well, you can't do every role. Again,
because one day, or even when we drop this, I'm sure certain inspiring actors might watch this, and I want to show people because you're experienced in it. I want to show people how when you get a setback, when you get knocked back or rejection, how you can maneuver to bounce back. So even you see. When you get, you get what I'm saying. When you get, I don't want to keep even using that word like rejection, but when you keep on getting setback, it's a setback. What are some of the ways that you see, like when you, some of the ways that you use to basically bounce back or to be like, oh, this you get. What do you like meditate? Or you go to say certain things.
I use maths. I do. Let's say I do.
That's interesting, bro. That's interesting, bro.
It's easy. Let's say I do 2 auditions a week. Yeah, on an average.
Yeah.
That's what like. How many a month, yeah? And then, okay, I didn't get one of them. I didn't get like the majority of them, and I might get one. Just by numbers alone, like one, I'm already doing more auditions than somebody else. I don't know who, but somebody else, right?
Another way.
Like in terms of like, in terms of a scale, like, let's go from this direction to this direction. Yeah. Somebody wants your career. Somebody has your career, and you're here.
What a dynamic! I haven't thought that dynamic as well.
You get me? Any person, depending on what it is at any point along this scale,
along that scale,
it's just how you deal, kind of thing. So it's like, how I kind of deal is just accepting that. Just accepting that 1, I can't be in everything because that's unrealistic. 2, I can't be everywhere. That's unrealistic. 3, I'm not everyone, and I don't speak other language. Like, you know what I mean? Things like that. There might be some things that like don't make me good for that role. Like, it's not for me to tell the story. So
because sometimes I assume that whenever an actor goes to a specific audition, it's like obviously they want to be a part of that. They want that role. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that's okay, so here's another thing.
That's what I think.
Something that's very interesting. Something that it's just interesting. The roles that you go for might not be the role that you get. And that's actually a pretty normal thing. Like, so they might give a generic piece of paper out. Yeah, with a generic scene, but they haven't even told you like when we're at this level of where I'm at now. Yeah, there's semi-trade secrets. I don't really well. Like there's some there are auditions you get where they don't want to expose what it is, because people go nuts if they find out what it actually was, right?
Yeah.
What it's gonna be, yeah. So they'll make up a scene.
That's smart business, to be fair.
Definitely.
That's sick.
But they make up a scene.
Yeah.
This scene is delivered to us by a courier. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So someone's written up to you, giving it to you, you signed for it, you get to read it for however long they want you to have it, whatever. You have to bring it in on the day and they shred it in front of you when you're done. Yeah, to make sure it don't get out.
Yeah.
It has a watermark with your name on it, so you can't even send it off. They'll know exactly who it came from.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So like when you're at least this stage of my career, like it's kind of important. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
Rah, bro. That's another one that. Yeah. Raw. So sometimes actually they'll come to like jail, come do this audition, but realistically they're not telling you exactly what they want you to audition for. They'll
No, and that's the trust that you build with the casting directors, your agent, and you as the actor. Because sometimes, or more majority of the time, these people know me. I've had years of experience with them, right? So they know what I'm into.
Yeah.
They know what I want to do. They know what I have done, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's actually sick. So they'll call you in, specifically looking for a specific thing, looking to see if you can deliver a specific thing, but they won't really tell you why it is until you actually with what you're doing, whatever they gave you, until you deliver and then they'll tell you afterwards. But they're looking. That's
and
it.
my side of this contract basically is I trust you. I know that you put me into this movie, that movie, right? So I know that it's going to be something along these lines. So we're good.
That's actually mad. Let's speak about weed, man, because I feel that weed has got a very, very till this day. You're going to say with all of everything on social media, yeah, till this day. That's why even I laugh about. For me personally, I laugh about it, bro.
Yeah, come on, we have to.
Like, why do you think personally this country that we live in, bro? Why do you think they still haven't legalized weed in England, bro? Or just to simplify, you can't tax it.
I'll leave it there.
Because I literally thought from the government, from time they legalize something, obviously the government creates all of these rules in it, they got all the power. I thought they'll create, from time they legalize it, they can create a loophole to how to tax it, you get me? So that's why I'm like...
Listen, not everything, but a lot of things have loopholes in it. But we'll never talk about like weed itself. Like genuinely, the reason I don't think it's going to be legal or it hasn't been legalized, is because it's going to be hard. Maybe it's going to be hard to control because it's a plant. You can grow plants. So then why am I going to have to buy it from a dispensary?
If it's legal, you can't really.
It's legal. I don't have to buy it from a dispensary.
So I can know it's going to be it will even be more of a headache in the long run.
We have the social stigma attached with it.
Yeah.
Because in certain circles it's frowned upon or looked down upon. In circles, and then in certain other circles it's used for medicinal, herbal purposes and or recreational purposes. So a lot of people will go into the science about I guess like the effects it has on you, or the sciences in like the amounts of people who have or have not died from it or not died from it or whatever, right? Yeah, and I ain't a scientist, I ain't going into that. Yeah. But genuinely, free the herb, man.
It's true.
No, like
you couldn't have. For me personally, you couldn't have said it any more perfect, because that's why I'm like. Yeah,
at the end of the day, like.
You get what I mean?
I don't know.
Either way, niggas got a smart beat. so bro, but yeah, bro, we move on, man. Like literally right now, speaking presently, like in the UK, like who's your favorite actor in the UK right now, as we speak? Oh, do you have one? If you don't have one, obviously, I can see your face. You're thinking, my G.
I have a favorite. I have a couple favorites.
Talk to us.
But for
fuck it, tell us a couple of your favorites. Yeah, fuck it.
But for different reasons.
Oh, okay, cool.
Stephen Graham is one of my favorites because coming from Liverpool, his range of what he's done is astounding. Like, I have much respect for him, and I've actually managed to work with him, or been lucky enough to work with him twice. And he has been so cool, blessed, like when he's such a giant in the game. Like, I've got mad respect for that. Yeah. Which leads me on to Idris Elba. Like, and obviously his acting career as a blueprint is a whole thing in its own. But because I've had the pleasure of meeting, interacting, jamming with, chilling, and man, my brethren, you get me? So like, that not only that project, but the conversations we've had and things like that. But this is a personal. That's what I mean. That's a personal level thing.
Tell them. Sorry, I don't know if you wanna. Obviously, it's out there. For those people who don't really know, could you tell the people like the move, like Idris Elba's official first movie, like for him to direct, like you was in it.
Yeah.
Talk about Yardi. Tell the people in proper details so that they can go watch it.
His directorial debut is called Yardi, based on a book of the same name, and yeah, like with that project, it was dope because not only was it about Caribbean culture and me being Caribbean, it was a big deal for me because for the majority of my TV life or the history of UK TV, we definitely haven't been too well represented. But then like a project like this with a titan like him at the forefront, and then you've got Amel Amin in it. Again, we've gone back full circle. You see it now.
Yeah.
So mad. You see how it is.
You said we're gonna speak about him soon.
Energy, stuff like that, full circle, like the people I've interacted with, so that connection there, and then the cast and crew and other people are connected with on that project, and like the everything about that project was as picture perfect as you could get for me, but not in any falsehood.
Yeah.
But because I got there because of my own hard work and stuff like that. Blah,
of course.
Blah, blah, blah. But we kind of veered off. Like I love the guy. I love everything he's about.
Yeah.
Like he's awesome in every level.
Yeah.
Like, and he just keeps going. He just keeps going. I love that about him.
Yeah, these people that just, bro, just like you said, just keep
Another
going
one for
going.
me is Kaluuya, because again, like
my Ugandan brother,
personal connection to him as well.
My brother,
and like, bro, like from young, like we be in the same auditions and stuff like that. And
yeah,
like,
Daniel. So basically, you've seen the grind of Daniel.
Yeah, bro.
From
like, and we sat down in sport, like we graduated together, all like bare, bro. Like, and like even Malachi Kirby's another one. He's in Roots, remake of Roots. He's also
Why you touch on these people? Might as well talk about the guy I spoke about a few seconds ago, Amil. Might as well give him his.
So yeah. He was tried for Kidulthood.
The first, the original Kidulthood. Well, not the original, but the first one.
Yeah, and for me, as young black UK child, that was something that proper opened doors because the industry then wanted to see more of our culture and see more of what's going on. And like, off the back of that, today we've got things like Top Boy, all these different movies, all these kind of things. Yeah. So and it's not to obviously. There are the people that are involved who made it, wrote it, all them kind of things. But like, Mel was my connection because after obviously watching that, one of the other first things I did on TV was called Fallout. That was written and directed by Roy Williams, and this guy is a massive theatre giant, bro. For black theatre, bro, he is the Shakespeare of our times, bro. And like. So first of all, to be on that project, I'm feeling mad blessed and lucky. Yeah. And then I'm like, oh my days, Trife is on this one as well. Like it's a melody, like I'm going mad, bro. Yeah. And then the other people are working with, bro. Charles Menne, bro. This guy, this actor, bro. Bad. Yeah. I learned so much on these sets, and like for it to go full circle, and they're working with Amel again, but then I'm also working with Idris, and then I'm also working with some other actors I wanted to work with or have worked with. It's beautiful. It was a beautiful thing.
But even me hearing you said I can see my face, I was just smiling, bro.
Yeah, bro. Bro. You could
the
feel
experience and
mad, like that. So that's that personal level. But then like man, like Daniel again, like not so much of a connection, but like still like stuff like that, like what he's done, the grind. Like, it's been beautiful.
Even in this segue, even in this. Like obviously we're talking about we're giving them their flowers, a few different actors and stuff like that. And even how was it like even doing like working with John Boyega like on Kidulthood? Like could you tell us a little bit of how it was, like a little bit of the experience?
Pause it right now.